Now crowds of people gathered just to watch as Jesus was dying, and Mary, his mother, was there, with other women too, who loved him. And the sky had gone quite dark, even though it was the afternoon. And they heard Jesus, they heard him cry out with a loud voice the moment he breathed his last breath, and they were filled with sorrow that he had died. Now there was a man named Joseph of Arimathea. He was a follower of Jesus too, and also rich. He owned a tomb that had been cut out of the rock in a nearby garden, and he went to Pilate to ask permission to take the body of Jesus and place him there. And Pilate agreed, and so with his friend Nicodemus, they wrapped the body in fresh linen and took him and laid him in the tomb. The women were there watching as they rolled a huge stone over the entrance. The next day, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered together, and remembering what Jesus had said about after 3 days he would be alive again, they too went to Pilate and said, "What if his disciples, his followers, come and steal the body and then say that he's risen from the dead?" So Pilate agreed and set 2 guards to seal the tomb and to watch it and guard it. The next day, the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the others went to the garden. And when they got there, they were horrified to see that the stone had been rolled away and that Jesus had gone. And then they were frightened because an angel appeared in dazzling white clothes and said, "Don't be afraid. See, Jesus isn't here. Just as he said, he is alive. Go and tell his disciples the good news." Now the women were fearful but also overjoyed and dashed to find his disciples to tell them. Mary Magdalene was still weeping. She was confused. Someone asked her, "Why are you weeping?" And she said, thinking he was the gardener, "I just don't know where they've put Jesus." And then he said, "Mary." And hearing her name, she knew who it was. She was overjoyed and wanted to hold him. But Jesus said, "No, I need to go to my Father, and you need to go and tell my friends that I'm alive." And in great joy, she dashed off to find them, to tell them the news that the tomb was empty and she'd seen Jesus. He was alive.